5, 4, 3, 2, yeah. What is up? Bienvenidos to another episode of Los Valientes. Thank you for joining us. It is your host, the most delicious, even though his soul is crushed, the optimistic Taquito. Isaquito, aka Speculicious, and it is your co-host. It is
fantastic Lance. Who's not feeling so fantastic right now?
Not so quite fantastic Lance over so, there.
Yes. Oh my God, the harsh reality of life.
It's okay.
The simple things in life.
Give him a round of applause, everybody. Just make him feel better.
Yeah. Thank you. So. We can scratch all that. We'll get to the negative stuff later. Because you guys are gonna be like, "Oh my God, this is."
We do not end the show with negatives.
Okay.
We started with the negatives, and then we start with the positives. Okay. Basically, fuck unite. Love, but it's honestly, I knew it. I knew I shouldn't have gotten into this game because it's just like LOL. It's not like it's toxic because you can't communicate to each other because Pokemon's not gonna let you. You know, it being a kid-friendly game. It is not a kid-friendly game, and if you are a kid playing on it, I hate you. That's probably why.
No, I know absolutely.
No, it's not kids. It's fucking people who just don't know how to play the game. No, it's not kids. It's not kids.
It's a combination of both. It has to be.
I'm not saying 100% we're not playing with kids.
To be.
No, there's honestly sad truth. As much as an optimistic, and I like to believe in the positive in people and look at the good in people. They're just some dumb people playing this game. If you're playing Pokemon Unite, you know the struggle. Yeah. Stop going for Rotom. Go for Dreadnought. That's all we're gonna. Basically, that's all it is. We literally 6 games in a row. There's the rest of the team up trying to fight for Rotom, and they're not even getting it. That's what's just borderline rage inducing. I'm done. I'm basically I'm teeter tottering where you are. You know, at least you're in Master, so I'm in Ultra. You know what? I'm done playing this game unless we for sure got 3 people. We're getting the rest of our boys who are supposedly down, but I don't know if they really are or not. Derek is. Derek is. I believe in him. We're gonna get him to veteran hopefully, and he'll be able to play with us. He's already great class, so nice. He's showing promise. His Ninetales is disgusting. Yeah. But what's it called? Yeah, we just need a 5. That's it. If we get a 5, I don't care if we lose. Just as long as I know that we're fucking trying. It's just
If any of you 15 people are playing Pokemon Unite, Dreadnought, that's it. That's easy. That's it. But Pokemon Unite, I don't care what anyone else tells you. It's Dreadnought. And then you could YouTube it, like you said, and it made me laugh. I was in a rage, and then he made me laugh. But it's not a secret. Yeah. It's not a secret. Every video you watch, they say go for Dreadnought.
Don't tell go for Dreadnought.
It's not some ancient like secret, and it just sucks because sadly, my goal was to be before the season was over to be in top 80, and we could do this. It's easy, but no, Masters. You could definitely tell everyone rolls with a team. They have a solid team, and then now he's finally in Ultra class, and so then now he sees what I was going through.
Well, I've been knowing. I was I don't want to get there, and then it's you guys are just playing with the wrong people. Uriel and Andrew, and then Uriel ended up falling off. And now he's getting back into it. I'll give him that, but hopefully we can stick to this 5 team that we're building out of our boys, and then I wouldn't mind losing as long as I know they're trying their heart out. Then all right, cool. They're just trying.
Like I said, if I just suck, I get it. Yeah. I suck. I lose things all the time. But you know what? I gave 100%. And then once we see...
Never give up. Never surrender.
Yeah. Okay. But then freaking when I see somebody... Oh, I think I'll go the other path.
Yeah. But that's it. We got the... so we don't have to say that.
So thank you for letting us vent. That's why I, just trying to be optimistic about this video because this video is finally... Yeah. The whole storm has passed. We've had a phenomenal 2-week, 3-week binge.
All I can say is I've talked about it on my Instagram, but I'm not saying I'm the most handsome vato on the block, my guy. But I'll tell you what, with
oh my God,
what are you looking at me for?
You're good looking. You're good looking.
All I'm gonna say is okay. Shaven, definitely not the most handsome vato on the block. I feel like I look extra ugly with it, and then not even just that. I'm in that ugly phase right now where my hair is growing out, which is like, oh,
Yeah,
God,
baby
just,
bird, the baby bird face.
It's just like,
the fuzz.
damn, I'm beanies, and for sure, I guess it's kind of a good thing we're wearing masks right now, is because it's hiding it. But like once I get my poor excuse of a beard and then I trim it down to like a little goatee,
yeah,
all right,
everyone has a little fashion.
I got a chance. I got a chance out there in the playing field.
No, you want to talk about ugly? I didn't realize how much the mustache hid the like size of my nose. And when the hair is gone, I'm pretty sure, because I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna notice now. But it's like, you know what? Yeah, he's always rocked the mustache and has always hid the big nose. But now I feel exposed, like exposed this man. Big
not
nose.
like how. It's not like it was covered.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just for some reason, I feel like it got amplified. But yeah, no. Luckily, this whole mask thing, but the mask ruined, not ruined, but just made Stockton Con a little bit, like kept having to take the mask on and off. So before we even go into that, like I said, this is finally the video after the storm. So we have to start with the camping trip.
The
Spring
Campino
Cove,
trip,
dope. I know that we were talking about that was our first time being there. Obviously, I'm not going to jump too far into it, but just overall review.
Yeah.
Spring Cove was cool. I would recommend people who don't camp and aren't used to camping to go there.
I'll say this: it's definitely a cool place for like beginners who haven't. Because I haven't gone. I'm not a camping expert. Oh, I know how to survive on the wild. Just give me a fucking rag and some matches, and I can survive out there for a week.
Yeah.
But it's like because this is probably barely my like third time camping. But for somebody who hasn't gone camping, I'm like, this will be my first time. Spring Cove is definitely cool because there's a bathroom and then there's showers around the area. So it's definitely, I'm like, okay, at least you get the taste of it, like, sleeping outside in the tent. And then just to build your way into like, actually camping, there's bathrooms and, showers available. I did like that there was a lake available. Yeah. That was hella fun. Messing around, playing around in the water with you guys, and even though all the shit that happened, with like the car breaking down on Abner, poor little Abner.
Well, see, that's why I figured we got to start from the beginning with that story. You can't drop the ball on them. So I figured, boom, we all decided to get into the designated vehicles. We have 4 vehicles. All right, so first and foremost, there's only 2 cars going right now. Cisco and his lady are the third car coming, but Abner and Hav and Hector are in the chase vehicle. Me, Isaac, and my lady are in the lead vehicle. They're following us. We're going down. We're going into the unknown. We've never been here. No idea. But we're going to own it. We're getting it. Boom. We're in the truck. Boom, 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 boom. A little traffic. Boom, boom, boom. And then next thing you know, we get a phone call. In the middle of nowhere. And we go, what's going on? We're like losing you right now. Why is Abner driving like a grandma? Mm-hmm. Well, the weather control monitor came up, and so blah 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 blah. In case in point, boom, car breaks down.
Oh, I was like, when did you make the call? But I was.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, Isaac was out. He was slept. See,
as soon as my body slows down, and whenever it knows it's inside of a vehicle, is
done. Child in the car. And so boom, the car breaks down. And then that's funny that you brought that up, because as soon as it breaks down, I pull over. That's when we're here?
Yeah.
No.
It's just like when you're pulling out the house, the kid wakes up. Oh, okay. I've been asleep. You think I need to take a nap now?
Yeah, so literally his car breaks down. We end up having to make room in the truck to get them in, because they tried starting it up. So what we did was, maybe just a car overheated. We're kind of high up in the mountains. Let's give it a shot. So we gave it 10-30 minutes. Boom, we tried again. He got down a little bit further. Car broke down right in front of the CHP headquarters, or a little patrol area office. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, what do we do? And it's like, well, I mean, it's kind of safe here, so I guess we could leave it here. So we took all his stuff out of his car, put it in my truck, and then we pursued on, to the camping trip. And we'll worry about the car later. And so then, boom, we get to the camp office. This is, again, Spring Cove, completely like, one of those beginners, because you have to check in. You know how some camping places, if you've never been, you just kind of show up. Mm-hmm. But there, we actually have to go to an office. And so they're giving us a breakdown. They're giving us the rules. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, what kind of campsite is this? Like it felt like I was in class. you can't do this, you can't do that, watch out for this, can't do that, watch this. And I was like, oh. They were smiling and joking though. I'm not trying to make them sound rude because
fight some bears.
Yeah,
Get ready to fight off some raccoons.
There were some parasites in the water, and I was like, oh god, it's gonna be one of those camping trips. And then so boom, we get there. Freaking the groundskeeper was a little weird, but you know what? Super friendly. Super friendly.
My boy is part of. All I'm gonna say is it's part of the human soup.
Yeah,
the human soup gang. Don't trust them.
But in the end, they were completely relaxed with the rules. I think they just had to say all that, protocol or CYA.
Because at the end, he's seen the lock.
Yeah,
he's seen the wood that we use. Because you're not allowed to chop wood around the area. Because so that area, because there are some people, let's talk about like, oh, aren't you afraid of the wildfires and everything and all that? And then I honestly, the last video we scuffed at Cisco and like others were like wildfires, like they're not even anywhere near the area. Wrong. We're in the red zone. We're in the deep red zone, my guys. Like we can see the smoke. I think when we left, that's when the Tahoe fire like really blew up and everything, and we're like somewhat around that area is like, oh yeah, we left right at a good time. But yeah, we were red, but we were good. We were able to breathe. Our asthmas didn't kick in.
Oh yeah, no.
Manifested that night.
For sure. If we're going up to the mountains, you can see the smoke, and then like we went on the other side and dropped it, and then smoke cleared up, and I was like, okay, cool. We just barely, made it through.
The thing about that though, no longer am I camping during the summer. Excuse my language, but fuck that. October, I think it is the perfect time to go camping because it's just hot enough during the day, and then yes, it gets a little chilly at night, but hey, nothing like some goodnight kisses and some warming, some cuddles to keep each other warm. Mm-hmm. But what's it called? Yeah, you got two options. 8 a.m. rolls up, you got two options, my guys and girls, is sleep in and sweat your tits off, or two, wake your ass up and start your day early because we all woke up. It's just the first time I haven't had a good night's rest in a really long time. That's also kind of the thing why we haven't done this, is because we've just been busy, and then like life happens, but it's okay. And then so that first night we did the whole camping thing. I decided to sleep in. I'm like, F this, everybody's out of the tent. I guess I'm getting comfortable with my sweats because just gotta make that sacrifice.
Oh, I know. This man, it was hot. It was hot. It was like 11 o'clock. It was like, how are you still in there? Like, dude, no.
I needed that good night's rest. I mean, what time we fell asleep? Like at 3 a.m. or 3, 4, and then it's just like, I need a solid.
We all woke up with the sweats, and we like, we got to get up. Yeah. I can't do this. And then Isaac's still in there. Nothing bad happened, thankfully, knock on wood, but definitely some feelings got hurt.
Some feelings were hurt because the rules were stated, and I was pissed and I was salty. I'm not gonna lie, but it's okay. I was out. I'm like, fuck this. So Mafia, it is a game of that's something we like to play all the time whenever we go camping. Shit, even when we're like drinking or have like a kickback, and later on, and it's just like the crew is like, oh, you guys down for some Mafia? It's fun, especially if Javi's there. He's a great storyteller. What's it called? So with Mafia, it's basically like Among Us. That's really the popular thing. So you're trying to figure out who's the Mafia, who's the sus character, who is the imposter, and then there's a medic, and then there's a sheriff. So you each draw a card, and whatever your card is, that determines what role you play. So with obviously there's line going around because the mafia's trying to kill everybody, and that's fine. But I went in there with a different set of rules. So because the rules keep changing every time we go, and I'm not blaming everybody, but just like it's just because we haven't really like sat down and established these are the ancient rules of Mafia, and we shall abide by these rules for every game. It's just it's not like we completely change them every time either. It's just like there's like a couple minor tweaks because as we're playing it, we
right, because it mostly changes when the number of people. That's usually when it changes, and so then overall rules, and so that's why I like that. We're gonna write down a set of rules, and so
for sure.
Boom, these are the rules. Because like I said, I feel bad, but it was either me or him, and so it's like I can't say anything because as soon as I say something, I'm basically telling on myself. So I'm going to.
Yeah, because I went in there, like, I have these rules, like, as long as there's two, we're good. 2 medics, we won, so I went in there thinking, that's why I asked. I'm like, before I make a decision, can if two medics are alive, do we win? And then nobody wanted to say anything. And then Javi's like, I'll wait until after the match or something like that. I was like, no, I need to know now. And then we ended up finding out whatever, and we ended up losing. But yeah, and I was salty. I was done. I'm like, no, I'm done. This is why feelings get hurt. Feelings get hurt with Mafia, but it's okay. Some other feelings got definitely hurt, but I know. It's whatever.
I know.
Yeah.
Freaking. It's a game.
Yeah,
it's a game, and so then
it's fun.
Definitely,
it's definitely it's fun.
So definitely, you got to understand there are competitive people in life, and there are people who play for fun. And so then you could definitely tell who was playing for fun and who was playing to win. Yeah. And so sorry that because again, it's lying. Sorry that people could lie to each other. Yeah. Cisco's face. When he finally saw my lying, like full fledged, like you're dead, and I'm gonna make everyone think it was you. Yeah. And so he was like, "There's a twinkle in your eye and everything." And then my lady got mad, freaking. She's like, "You looked me dead in my face and said it wasn't you."
I'm trying to win.
I'm trying
to win. If you're not first, you're last, baby.
Yeah,
if you're not first, you're last.
Nick got hurt. He was mad. And so sorry we're going off ramp, but that was just the memorable times, because freaking a lot of people say, well, is camping boring? Is camping is there nothing to do? And it's like, no, freaking something as simple as that. You could try it out. You could look it up. You could even ask Isaac about it later on. Something so simple, and there's nothing like being around the campfire at 3 o'clock in the morning, lying to your friends, trying to get that win,
trying
and then
to survive,
trying to survive,
meet the human soup, all that good stuff.
And so then boom, so then we actually did that both nights. We also took some board games. We didn't play Risk. It usually takes too long. Not gonna explain that game because it takes too long. Yeah. But we play Munchkin. Munchkin is going
back to that. I'm done playing with people who don't take games serious. Like it's not even like I'm butthurt that lost. It's just like I hate people who don't commit to stuff. If you're gonna play a game, commit to it. Yeah. I don't like playing with people who quit halfway and all that. Or
can I just give my stuff to so and so
or something like that? No. So you know what? After even though it sounds like negative, I had a great time overall camping. With the fellas and and the girls and shit like that. But no, I'm done playing Munchkin. I'm done playing Risk. I'm done playing all these other games where because I really like strategy games. I like games where you have to think and should come up with strategies and shit like that. So if we're playing with somebody who's going half-assed and then ends up giving up, is like there's no point. You literally ruined the game for me at least. So with Munchkin that he brought, I was like I also got a little salty on that, as well as fuck this, I'm done.
I don't get that either. I'm competitive. I don't like losing, but at the same time, I don't like people who give up. Mm-hmm. No, I treat every game like Jumanji. We started the game. Mm-hmm. We have to complete the game, and I don't care how long this takes. We will get through this. Yeah. And so then boom. So then that's also stuff you guys could do. And so then boom. So then. So the very first night, we were trying to figure out why Isaac could withstand the heats of the tent. The tent we bought the tent 2 years ago at Costco on a random whim because we were destined to go camping with each other. Easy tent. Definitely, if you guys want questions about that, ask Isaac as well. So we get up and we're like, what are we gonna do now? So we decided to go out. Was it the lake the second day or last day?
It was the second day.
It was second day?
Yeah.
Okay, so boom. So we're up. Abner's trying to figure out his car situation.
We left it in AutoZone, by the way, because his car overheated, so we ended up making it to an AutoZone, and we left it there over the night because, oh my God, it was going to be almost $1,000 to, he's like, well, I'll just get it tow trucked, and then he asked how much it was going to be, and the guy was like, $855.62, shit like that. I felt like he just guessed that shit. Like, oh my God, almost $1,000? Hell no, dude. AAA this hoe. We're not gonna freaking what's it called? You're not gonna spend $1,000 to tow truck your car all the way back to Stockton. So AAA came in clutch. He only ended up paying $50 or something like that. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah, but that's so the first little half we went to our little Starbucks adventure too, and what's it called? And handled the whole AAA stuff, and then we came back, and then that's when we seen Jacob over here and Twilight Nick, playing in the waters.
Oh yeah, no, because then that also falls back to why Spring Cove is a good beginner spot, because what he's talking about is the city of Oakhurst is right outside of Spring Cove, so that's where we ended up trying to move the car again, overnight. Like, you know what, it's had overnight, let's try and move it again. We left at AutoZone, and then you're in the city, so you won't have to worry about dying or running out of food. That's why getting Starbucks, energy drinks, it'd be nice to go into town and get it real quick. Mm-hmm. And so then they went and did that, and then what he's talking about is the rest of us who stayed, we figured we'd try out the water. Freaking, boom, this is low key what we came for. We're just gonna be out here in the water all day. And so we're out there. The water's nice. The water's really nice, but they have some killer seaweed and rocks.
Yeah.
Oh, the rocks were gnarly. Yeah. Like, I'm not talking about rocks with jump off. I'm not talking about Valientes style. I'm talking about just regular beach rocks.
Stepping in and just you just gotta be careful.
Slice, slice, and it's like
razor's edge. Cutting up the feet and shit. Just be careful. That's it.
Oh yeah. And it was very active too on the
because it's first going in like the first couple feet going into the water, then after that you're golden. It's just be careful the first couple feet going into the water, because that's what the razor's edge.
And then, like we said, the seaweed is gnarly. Like as soon as you get out past that point, you got a little walkway, and then you got the water deep end, and then as soon as you're swimming, it's literally up at the top.
Yeah,
this is a big these are big seaweed. So be cautious of that when you go swim out to the buoy.
Yeah,
because that's always what we do. It's like, I'm gonna go touch the butt. And it's like, ooh, see, that low key scared me a little bit.
Touch the butt.
Because I went out there and touched the buoy. It was about a good 100 yards or so. And so I was like, touched it. And then something touched me. And I was like, whoa, what was that? And I just see, it looked weird. It looked like jellyfish just all around me. And I was like, oh, shit, nope, I'm gone. Come back. And then that's when everyone was like, oh, I want to go touch the butt now. And it's like, careful, there's seaweed out there. And you're like, nope, I'm good, thank you. And you never know what you might find. The simplest things in life. We found this purple O-ring.
Oh my god. Okay, me and Abner give you guys credit for that, because when Abner tried catching it, they were tossing this ring like they're some college kids playing frisbee or like hacky sack. Like they've been doing it for years. Like, yeah, I toss the rings around. Between classes, him and Javi are like in the water just. Like, so that's what they're throwing it, and they're catching it by just putting their arms up. Like, yeah. What's up? And they catch it, throw it, catching it, shit, and then I try just trying to fucking do it, and I finally did it the third time, but yeah, I definitely knocked it a couple times. Mm-hmm. And then Abner, okay, have you ever seen a cat spaz out and like when they do that shit with their arms? That was Abner. Abner seen that, like and then he knocked the thing into the water and we lost it. Oh, so yeah, when I got there, they lost it. Supposedly that's what they were playing. So when I got there, I felt something in my toe. I'm like, what the hell is this? And I pick it up and I'm like, oh, it's a little ring. So I started just fucking with it underwater. And then all of a sudden I just pull it up. He's like, where'd you find that? He's like, we've been playing with that. I'm like, oh, it's a little ring. And they're like, oh, this is what we've been doing. That's how it led to the whole thing. And then we lost it with Abner. And
yeah.
Simple things in life. We can entertain ourselves. Things. Yeah.
And then what we was talking about the Jacob and Edward scene is that freaking they were gone with Abner's car.
This is a house of Team Jacob, by the way.
Oh yes,
established. Yes. Fuck Edward. It's all about Jacobo.
Go ahead. So freaking boom, they're coming back and then they're calling us. They're trying to figure out like, where on the beach are you guys? And it's like, we're literally at the closest point. And so then earlier we were talking about how we hate people who are out camping but are jogging. Like they still got to get that morning workout in, even though they're camping. They decide to go for runs and shit. And so then obviously the joke is that they're in the
those
car.
People.
Yeah, they're in the car. We don't see you guys. Just stay on the road. You'll see me. How do you just trust me? You're gonna see me. Just stay on the road. And so here I come running. I trying to keep a straight face because I'm trying to like poke at him like, oh, a runner, he's running. But no, they turn around. Is that Jacob? I broke down. I lost character. Yeah. And then they definitely got me when Nick came running. And they're like, oh, Edward's behind them.
Oh, they're fighting over Bell. What's going on?
And so then boom, so then they came, and then we started playing with the purple ring, and then just good conversation. If you're gonna go camping with people, either go with camping with people that you know, or people that you are, you're just curious to see if you're gonna take that next step in your guys' friendship or brotherhood in. Because just the conversation we had, we all got sunburned just being in the water, having the craziest, outlandish conversations. Because the question's coming up.
No, what's the question? What question are you talking about?
Okay, see, so it always starts off, would you rather?
Hold on. I don't know if this is safe, my guy, to talk about, because like I'm not saying it's not safe, but just like, are we really gonna? Because my goal at the end of the day with the show, like I said, I have some goals for this show, and like I'm down to be 100% truth with you guys, but am I gonna be 100% truth with?
Wait a minute, which question? Because obviously we're gonna keep the X-rated stuff out. I'm talking about the simplest.
There was multiple questions.
Simplest.
I don't know, Andrew.
The simplest question. No,
some of the simplest question could be like,
okay,
would you lick the asshole, or something like that? Just like, what? That's a simple question for you. Just
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. I'll go even. You know what? Okay, boom. All right. I'll even go simpler than that.
Give me a little cue. What is it? Okay. What is it about?
Okay.
Nick, a little
clue. Yeah. Okay. How many chickens?
Yeah.
Okay. That one. Trust me. I'm gonna keep the X-rated stuff. Like, you know what? You can make that like an exclusive, like, the adult section of like, like a real chat.
Los Valientes after nights, late at night.
Because if you want to talk about that other stuff.
No. That wasn't saying like I don't mind being like, it's not like I'm trying to hide stuff, but just like once we get an actual like legit, and thank you to the 15, 16 follows. I fucking love you guys, but just like once it gets to like an actual like I guess. A solid 100 or something or plus, then we can start, questions. Because like I would, for the ones who are watching, like if you guys have questions or shit that you'd want us to talk about it, go ahead and comment or just send me a message or something like that, and then we can make like episodes on that. Like, oh, what'd you guys think of this, or or that, or even like a dumb question, and we can probably turn it into a whole video of us.
Oh yeah, no, trust me, we're if it's if you have questions or any
dumb questions, by the way, sorry about that.
We will fact check it. Yeah. Like I'll let you know. This is a house of facts. We need facts, and then prove it. Bold statements that need to be struck down with facts and action. So regardless,
okay,
because
go with the
so that's why I'm keeping it PG-13. Obviously, the question I was going to ask was a little bit more upscale, but it wasn't licking butthole. Okay. I would, by the way, but anyways, so
Air Force, ladies and gentlemen, Air Force.
The military it changes you. So freaking we started talking about freaking how many chickens do you think you could, like I said, freaking camping, you just start talking about your people and just trying to figure your people out.
So it started. Okay, so this is actually when we're doing the bonfire after playing Mafia.
The
chickens, because it happened because that was the day after. That was the day. So maybe he brought it up when we were in the lake again. But like late night, it's like, okay, if you were to go camping and in the middle of the night you go to the bathroom, step out, how many chickens do you think you can handle fighting?
Yeah, okay.
In an open field.
And so then I shook at these guys because I already have an answer. Yeah. It's 9 or 10. 9 or 10 because I've already had a bad experience with chickens. I'm not afraid of chickens or anything like that. I just give them a newfound respect.
Oh, you know what? My bad. Sorry, chickens.
Yeah, no. You know what? Freaking, I went in the chicken coop. All 10 of them started acting crazy, and I noticed that they go for the eyes. They do not play nice. They're going for it. And so it's like, you know what? 10. Freaking these guys were saying, oh, I think I could take on like 20, 25. I was like, you are crazy. No, there's no way. And just bare hands too. Right. We're talking about how many chickens can you take barehanded? You freaking come out of
19.
19.
All right. You want me? I won't do 20. I'll do 19.
And so then obviously it kind of went from there. Yeah. And so then it just started spewing into all these different animals and stuff. And so then what I think everyone universally is afraid of or like won't really mess with is if you get into close quarter combat with a cat. I think we all universally agreed maybe 4 to 6, maybe 6 is pushing it. I say 4. One in a corner.
3. 3 cats. Yeah. Like we're just chilling, and then 3 cats just went through this door right now.
Walking through the door, and then they looked at me. It's like, oh god, yeah.
Okay, so let's say it was just me, and it's just you. I mean, it's just you. 3 cats come in here. I think.
And then they sit down and look at me. I know they came in with some beef.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they got problems with me right now.
I heard you won't let Kitty out.
Yeah, why can't our boy Kitty come out and play today? Yeah. And so then, I met my match. One cat is for sure going for the upper chest. Another cat's going for the inner thigh, right there in the inner thigh, and then the other one's gonna aim for the face. Freaking just. So I'm good off that. And then just going on with the conversation, it's just spiraling out of control. All these random scenarios, blah, 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 blah. And so then friggin' Javi makes this outlandish statement. Outlandish. He said that, actually, I'll give Isaac props because he's actually who started this outrageous act. Okay, so Isaac said, it's a fun fact. Camels will never know. Never know that sharks exist.
No, yeah, it blows because I know it was a video going around that went viral, but just like people talking about like, bro.
Yeah, see, mind you, we were smoking tobacco. Well, I was, and then we were just.
This is crazy. Like a camel does not know that there's a shark out there, or it's. That's alien to the camel. So there's like just thinking like, oh shit, what if there's some shit like just we ended up just going down this rabbit hole, and then that's when Javi goes. Did you know that the moose's number one predator is a killer whale? No. That the killer whale's number one predator is a moose.
Yeah, he said killer whales number one predator was a moose.
Yeah,
and I was like, no, you're dumb. Dumb. Immediately, you're dumb. And he's like, no, I'm telling you, freaking. And he goes into the story. Moose are so used to being number one on land, and so then freaking they start bullying.
Dogs. Yeah, they're legendary. Yeah, you look at them. That's a beauty.
For sure. And so freaking they just bully everything. And so once they run out of food on land, then they have to go into the ocean and then go swim down to the bottom, get the seaweed, and if they see an orca, they will fuck up the orca to get to the seaweed. And I was like, Javi, you are so full of crap.
I'm not gonna lie, it was late at night. It was after all the shit that we've been doing. I started believing that. Like, what?
Yeah, no.
A moose? That's crazy.
Everyone was on this. I think only maybe one other person was with me on this. Like, no, that's absurd. And
what a weird life. That's crazy.
Yeah, like freaking. I need to Google this. Yeah. Like, this is a question for Google, and thank God that we have internet, so we could Google this right now. And so then what ended up happening was, and then Javi ended up admitting that he was wrong. That he misunderstood the information. So how it goes is, a moose will run out of food on land, like he said. They'll go into the ocean, swim down, and try to eat the seaweed. Now, this is...
But, okay, so, like, going off of that, because moose are so just confident we're number one, numero uno. So, like, kind of like the whole camel, and this is how I think of it. So, like...
Oh, yeah, no, trust me, I'm going to do the face expression and everything.
Yeah, the camel has no idea that there's a shark. So, I feel like that's the same thing with a moose. The moose is like, oh, I'm top dog. Fuck these bears. Fuck all this wolves and shit
everything.
And everything.
I am the man.
There's no food. Or I'm going to go in the water. What's in there? Some salmon,
right?
Some fish,
so boom.
whatever.
So you know what? I'm gonna hop in. I'm gonna get this seaweed. He swims down to the bottom. He's eating it, and he's eating it confidently.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing in the world that's going to. What the hell is that?
And then that's when they see the killer whale. They're like, what the fuck? And then it just gets killed. But it's just like, that's nuts.
Yeah. See, so that is what the killer whale.
It's vice versa. So the moose is like, one of the moose's number one predators is killer whales because they will confidently go in. They're kind of like how penguins, but they know of the sea lions.
Yeah,
and shit
they
like
know
that.
of the sharks.
So like, oh shit, you go in first. Yeah. But the moose does not know because there's a confidence. So I think with the mentality of the camel, the whole camel and shark scenario, they have no idea that killer whales exist. So one will go in there and they will die.
Yeah.
And then so they don't get the chance to go back to their family and let
tell them like
there's killer whales out there. Don't go in the waters. Don't get that seaweed. I promise you, it's not fucking worth it.
I'm pretty sure all the moose there are like Look at Jeff. He
Yeah.
can't swim.
Yeah.
Oh, idiot.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Drowned.
Dead.
Dead. Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm getting pretty
Yeah,
hungry,
yeah.
so I'm going to go
Yeah.
get some seaweed and come back. And then there goes freaking Joe Schmo Moose now, and he's gone. Then next thing you know, Bucky. So the moose are just constantly getting killed by these orcas because they don't know orcas exist.
Yeah, that has to be the reason. They must not know that there's such thing as an orc out there because they don't live to tell the tale. With the scar, and it's like, I'm telling you, there's an orca, there's a big fish. Just imagine a salmon with like their hooves. Salmon, bigger salmon, bigger fish, black and white. I'm telling you, don't go in there.
And so then boom, so we got that all cleared up, and then now we are continuing on with the night, and then now this is the point where boom, screw this rule about chopping wood. We brought the axes, we're chopping wood. And so then now we have made it into a community thing of like checking the other people because you can only have a certain amount of people in a camping spot.
Yeah.
So we're just kind of scoping the neighbors around again. Reason why I say neighbors is because Spring Cove is for beginners. Like there's camping
you're
all
close
around.
to- you're close to
you're
other people.
surrounded. But freaking, we lucked out about where we got because we got like a little turnabout. So it was only like us and like another family or two. So then we're kind of scoping it out. Man, this dude Rubian, I don't know what possessed this man to just be walking around in the dark with a black shirt on, and then be unannounced
about it.
Yeah, unannounced.
Also, your best friend.
Oh yeah, no, he was cool.
Yeah.
Like I said, if anyone's killing anyone, me and Ruben are gonna team up and kill people. This dude's quiet.
Yeah.
Freaking, I'm usually not like easy to sneak up on, but Ruben snuck up on me.
It was like
Fuck that
Drax.
dude.
It was
Yeah.
like Drax.
Oh.
2 hours I've been here hearing your conversation about how many chickens you can take on. Wrong. 5 tops.
And so then literally we were going around making sure, like checking out the other campers to see if they're cool.
Yeah.
You know, we're not, just gonna be chopping wood and like, be next to some snitches. Cause then we're gonna pull some pranks on you. Like if you're a snitch, we're gonna find a way to get you back.
Yeah.
But no, everyone was cool. They're like, no, we're not gonna pay to buy their firewood. That's why I said they had a list of rules. One of the rules was you had to buy one of their firewoods. And it's like, oh, we ain't doing that. We're gonna get our own woods. We're gonna find us some sticks and burn it. Yeah. And so then we're going around, interrogating the other campers. And so they're like, oh no, man, we brought our axe. We're about to chop shit up too.
One of them brought a chainsaw.
Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah.
And then,
like, I brought a chainsaw.
see, and then like I said, the groundskeeper, cool. He heard it. There's no, if you ever chopped wood before.
He's not cool. He is scary. Go ahead.
He's cool. He didn't bother us. He bothered us by asking us a lot of questions, but he wasn't interrogating us. He was like, "How have you guys been? How are you guys enjoying yourself? Why are you guys still here? You guys should be down in the water." Yeah. Like he was legit. And so then all that chopping wood.
He was really nice.
Really nice. Chopping wood. He heard it. Mm. He heard, but he was cool, and so that's what makes people want to come back. I can see why it's packed now. If it was not popping, people wouldn't be there. Yeah. And so then now, going back to the first night. Oh wait, no, that was the second night where our friend.
Yeah, that was the second night.
Yeah, okay. So
second
night.
There.
Yeah, so second night, one of the guys I guess felt comfortable with us.
Okay, so mind you, they're playing.
Spot.
This is when when we were playing Mafia. And I'm making myself a little cheeseburger, and then all of a sudden, I hear rustling, and there's something coming towards us, and I'm thinking like, oh, is it like a raccoon or something? And I start flashing my light, and all he's like, whoa, man, that shit is bright. And then I'm like, what? Like, okay, so then walk around, and then he's like this coming towards us. Like, who the fuck is this? And like, why is he going straight towards us? Like, why isn't he going around like our man Rubian? Whatever and all that. And it's like, hey man, I was just my friends are asleep. I'm not tired. And I heard you guys were talking, and I think you guys are cool. Can I hang out with you guys? Basically, that's what he was. And
he was drunk off his mind, drunk and high. Yeah. This man was crossed, and you know what? It was like, okay, we'll entertain this. I'm not trying to make enemies in the woods here, but freaking.
It's definitely funny.
Yeah, it's definitely. Come on, you know what? Grab a seat. What was his name? Johnny or something like that.
I have no idea.
Yeah, you know what? We'll just say for the story,
Johnny.
freaking our neighbor Johnny. He comes over and you know he's just trying to get a feel for us. He's just talking, hanging out, like asking if we want tree and all that. And when we're playing Mafia while this is happening, and so then he sits down next to me.
Dude, this shit was hilarious. Okay, so because I wasn't playing the game, so in Mafia, it's kind of like heads up, 7-up. So when the storyteller is telling these things, everybody's heads down, not looking, supposed to. But since I wasn't playing, I was looking what's going on because we're playing Mafia. We're not just chilling, like we're actually legit playing a game. So when he notices everybody does the Mafia thing, they're closing their eyes.
So boom. So boom. I'm he's sitting right next to me, so I'm skeptical already. Like, man, this stranger. Okay. But you know what? He's drunk. Right. So, he's cross-faded. He's harmless.
Everybody heads down. Okay, so then a Mafia look at me. So.
Whoa, what the? Oh, no, I'm good. I'm good, brother. I'm good. I'm dying. This man tried force feeding a blunt while I had my eyes closed.
I was surprised he didn't take flight, honestly, because you are, especially to a stranger.
Oh, yeah.
But dude, I wanted to laugh so hard when he did that. He tried offering him some, and then he's like, "Oh, why is your head down? You want some?"
Yeah, like, you know what? Here's my opportunity. Yeah. I'm a good neighbor here. I'm giving you a free hit off of my shit. And then that's why it's camping. And then that's why I tell people all the time, there's a time to turn on the defensive. So it's like, okay, I'm watching him, and I know obviously I'm playing Mafia, so I know people are not all it's not like we're all baboons and we all have our heads down with this stranger. Yeah. Somebody's watching, so we should be safe. And so then just the fact that he did that, it's like that's the whole point of camping. Freaking the good spirit. It's kind of like the whole holiday season. We're all here to have a good time. We're not here to be weirdos. I mean, definitely if you do become creepy, then we'll say something. But he's just a harmless drunk.
He was just drunk.
Yeah, just a harmless drunk, freaking trying to have a good time. So boom, my friend Johnny leaves. After a while, freaking good conversations. Whatever. I forgot what the conversations were about, but freaking good time. He leaves, and then now we all go to bed, and then now we all take turns of now we're all tired now. So all of us wait, no. Was that the same night, Fire Lord?
No, it was not the same night. That was the night after.
Okay. So then I'm right on track. So go to bed.
Because that was the last night.
Yeah.
The Fire Lord.
Okay. So then boom. Yeah, no, sorry guys, but it's just that's how fun it was. We was not disappointed. We were talking about it, anticipating it, and everyone was good. So you know what? Boom, went to sleep, and then now Isaac's up, and the rest of us are dragging to get out of bed. We're like, oh no, this is out, man. This is nuts. And so then I'm not exactly sure because I'm getting everything twisted now, so I'm just gonna go straight into the Fire Lord.
Twisted T. Yeah,
okay. So now we come to Fire Lord Hector. If it comes to survival, I'm bringing you just to be the fire guy.
Man, he can start a fire.
That is your job.
Fire Lord Ozark.
Yeah, freaking boom. He starts a fire. Freaking we're chilling, and then again, freaking it's coming down to the final few, and the final few was
this is after playing hours of Mafia, so it ends up just being me, Javi, Hector, and Lance over here, and we're just chilling. There's the last log burning, and he goes, "You guys want to play Slapfire?" And I tell him, fuck no. No, because I already know us, and we're going to take it to the next level. None of us is going to want to lose. Mm-hmm. And I've already burned my hands playing that game tons of times, and Javi did too. And, I know us, so I'm just going to get out of the equation. I'm not even going to be a part of that because we're just going to end up getting hurt.
And so then you cut in front. Yeah. You got to tell them, you got to explain to them what Slapfire is. Yeah. I mean, it's not, I was
telling them what I said from right there. I was going to lead to it. And then so Slapfire is for you smart, intelligent people who are advancing our civilization, who haven't played this game. It's basically you're trying to one-up each other with a bonfire. So what you'll do is you'll slap a part of it, and then the person has to it's like horse. Basically you have to do what he did or one-up it, and then the person tries to one-up up that, so it leads to picking up logs that are on fire, picking up charcoal, slapping, metal like that's been burning glass. It's a crazy game that can get out of control. So I took myself out, and then Andrew did too, and all of a sudden Hector just goes,
oh, no. Put some respect on my man Hector. Put some respect on this man. He brought it up. Isaac said what he said, and so it made sense because it's like, okay, you are right, Isaac. I didn't say this. I was thinking it like, you know what? You are right. I do not want to play this game with you or Javi. This is going to be a dick swinging contest, and we all have big dicks here. We all carry a big stick. So, and then that's why I was just like, Hector, don't start something you ain't going to finish. Because freaking Hector is Javi's cousin. Mm-hmm. So, there's definitely sibling rivalry there. And then the fucking Valiente rivalry. So, like, this is not the four I want to play this game with either. But I didn't say this. Isaac already said it. Yeah. And so, my man, Hector, stepped it up even more. Because Isaac said what he said. I was quiet, thinking everything I just said, and then Javi was like playing around with it, entertaining it, but he didn't give any confirmation yet. My man Hector just stood up, just like this, and stared us down. Yeah. He literally sat down. Put some respect on Hector. Yeah. That's exactly what he did. He started war. He basically did the first nuke. He's like, your move. So Javi comes in, the old bear, the old man comes in. Okay. And then the battle begins. They start going. Boom, boom, boom. Hector is giving him the work. Hector is not hesitating. This man knows what he's doing. He's strategically boom, 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 boom. Javi can't keep up. Javi's contemplating. He's got Javi on the ropes.
It was the charcoal that got him out. Yeah.
And so now everyone's faced with the decision. And so I'm like,
no. Okay. So the reason why it was the decision is because Javi said, I don't want to get in. I don't want to do this because Andrew's just going to step in the last second and then he's going to beat me. I'm like, no, I'm not going to let him because that's unfair. When you play Slapfire, you have to play from the beginning.
Yes.
Because somebody can do all this crazy shit and then all of a sudden somebody comes in from out of nowhere and does one crazy shit. And like, oh, I won. I'm like, no, you're barely getting into it. I've been doing this for like fucking 10, 15 minutes, going all crazy.
See? Yeah. So that's why I said you cutting it short. You cut it short. So Javi's faced with the decision. He's like, I'm not sure about if I want to keep playing or not, and then that's where the whole jumping in thing. And then I was like, no, I'm not going to allow that to happen. And so then, I was kicked back like, yeah, no, I'm good. Me and Isaac already have this little thing going on. Like, you know what? We'll let you guys handle this. And so then, boom, they play a little bit more, and it comes to grabbing the charcoal. And so then Javi's like, oh, I don't know. And then that's where the eldest in the group, Javi, look at me. Ignore them. Ignore them right now. Look at me. There's nothing to prove, big dog. Nothing. I want to wake up comfortably tomorrow, and I know you do too. This is a young man's game. Hector's younger than all of us. He is in his prime right now. We are about to hit the 29s, 30s right now. We're like, there's nothing to prove, man. And then especially Isaac took himself out of the equation too. There's nothing wrong with backing out, man. But it's your choice, though. You do you. And so he thought about it. He contemplated, and then I'm glad he reasoned, like, you know what? Yeah, I like my hand the way it is. Sat down, and Hector just a nod. He just gave this evil fire nod, like,
Fire Lord Ozark.
Like, it is. The time is now, old man. Mm-hmm. And then Isaac, out of nowhere, steps up to the plate, and he's like, all right. I don't know how he memorized everything that Hector did.
I wasn't going to step in and just, like, do something new, so, because I'm like, I literally talked about not allowing Andrew to step in. So if I'm going to step in, I'm going to do everything that they've done together and then do something on top of it. So yeah, like how Andrew was talking about, it's basically the Clefairy. That's why I remember. It's because I'm the king of Kids Town or whatever it's fucking called in Pokemon Stadium, the Clefairy game.
Ding, ding, ding. So he follows it for verbatim, and then grabs it, boom, and then now he steps it up. Hector just unfazed again. Hector just, You want to do this, kid, huh? And he looks at him, boom, and then they take off. Me and Hob are just in awe. Like I said, I already gave my word that, you know what? I'll let the young bucks play this game because you know what? Fucking Isaac was, respected the game, and I don't think he thinks I'm gonna hop in at this point now. So I was like, you know what? I'll let you guys fight for this. You know what? I'm good. And then Javi bowed out. So Javi's like, yeah, you know what? We're too old for this game. If Isaac would have started it, it would have been a whole different game. But since Hector started, it's like, okay, you know what? The time is now. Let's see, the two younger ones. Let's see how they go. And they are going with hate. You would have swore they were literally firebenders.
Yoshi doing and Ganondorf going at it.
I could have swore they were dancing for a moment. Like, there was a moment they were doing
the dragon dance.
Yeah, see, they were standing up doing it, boom, 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 and then they just kept boom, 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 and eventually they just stayed up. They just stayed up doing it, and it was like, oh my god, me and Hopper just trying to keep, referee, just play it fair, play it safe, like, boom, you guys do what you guys need to do. And then this is where Isaac has to take over because I can't tell you what was going through his mind at that moment.
It got to the point where like I was listening to like, I'm not gonna ruin my night. I'm not like I don't want to go to work. I work with I'm not a Krispy Kreme anymore. I'm not fucking putting donuts in boxes. Like I'm lugging heavy heavy metal around. So like if I have burnt hands, I'm gonna feel it. It's gonna mess me up. So it got to the point where like ended up like I forgot what he did. So I put out like some of the fire with my hand, and he ended up doing it. But what this man did is like he slowly. Okay, so pretend like this is the what's it called? Okay, so here's the log. Actually, like that, and then he just goes, and then pretend it's on top. Putting out the fire and then puts his hand on it for like it felt like eternity, because I knew like if I try doing that it's gonna, oh my god. And then he just looks at me and it's like just looking at my hand already, it's all black, covered in shit, charcoal and everything. It's like I'm like, Isaac, you know what, just back away, just walk away. Just walk away. You don't have nothing to prove, Isaac. Like we've done this. I've played this game. I've conquered games. It's time for him to conquer. Like, you know what, Hector? Congratulations, you won. And I dipped out. Yeah, I'm like, no, fuck that. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Hector, definitely kudos to you, my boy.
I could have sworn if that was a woman, he grabbed those geeks. That's what he did to that log. He's like, this is mine. And he looked at me. Yeah, it was fun.
And so after that, they put tomatoes on their hands and everything. Oh, shoot, I forgot about the tomatoes.
Oh, that's a little Mexican thing in me. I don't know. Like, I'm pretty sure if you're Mexican or have some type of Latino history or shit, whatever.
No. Oh, no, not that tomato.
Oh, okay.
The beginning tomatoes.
Yeah. Okay, so we're picking up snacks and food in Costco. Last minute food.
Yeah, sorry, we're gonna rewind back to the beginning.
Yeah. This is before, like right before the whole car thing. Like on the way there, before the road trip, we're picking up last minute foods. Like the stuff that can go, bad. What do you call it? The perishables. And then he's like, oh, well, what snacks would you want? And then it got to the point where we're sandwiches, or burgers. And then I'm like, I'm cool with just chili and the patty. I don't need anything else. And then I'm just like, we gotta have lettuce. We gotta have tomato. And then he's like, well, what kind of tomato you want? And then he goes like, is this good enough for you, Abner? And then Javi's like, I'll eat that all by myself. I was like, that's some bold statement. Andrew goes like, that's a bold statement. All right. Say less. And then he grabs another one. He's like, this is for you. Yeah, until we get to the campsite to eat it, all of it. So we're driving throughout the road trip. We have little walkie-talkies and we're keeping up with them. And yeah, my man is done. We stop at a gas station and he's like, I don't think it's gonna go pretty good. And then he's like, I can't eat it. Yeah, the battery ran out. But yeah, you could tell the hurt on his face. And I thought it was done. It's like, oh, he lost. He's not going to be able to finish this.
I know, because there was a good, 10, 12 tomatoes in there. Mm-hmm. So Costco sells in bundles. So the one bundle was for everyone. But then the hobby made that bold statement. He could eat that whole thing to himself. Okay. And so then we get about an hour out from our destination. And he's like, I got to pull over. I got to go. And it's like, oh, yeah, it's over. He's done. He can't do it. So boom, he handles it. He comes back in. And it's like, all right, we're using Boy Scouts honor. You know, you better not have Hector or Abner cheating and eating one for you. Like this is your challenge. He ate it all.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I can't believe we forgot about the tomatoes.
Like, he ate it all. That son of a bitch. He's like, done. I was like, wow. Yeah, it's Kitty. It's Kitty in the background.
Yeah, no, that's why I was like, I could hear you, but I don't know where you are. That's my baby.
But that's pretty much anything. You know, reach about an hour. But I can't really think of anything else. It was fun. So my overall thoughts, because this is my first time, whatever and all that. And again, my first few time camping. I definitely recommend it for like a beginner spot. But if I'm just being honest, my favorite spot has been fucking the one that we first went with this new group. Like the one last time with Javi, like the one that he brought up, like the one where the lake was the big stone and Abner had that straw to drink any water out of it. That was cool. I think honestly, just because we're by ourselves, there's nobody around us. It's like, get out of here. But it's not completely like. It's like in the so there's like I would say like expert and then beginner, which was like Spring Cove. I feel like it's in the middle because you're completely away from people, but it's a campground, so there's people nearby and shit, whatever else. So enough where you're secluded enough for sure where we can build that big ass campfire and shit like that bonfire that we did. But yeah, other than that, that's all really I can think about for this video. So this is we probably talked about it being a trilogy of what we've been doing.
It has to be a trilogy.
It has to be a trilogy, not a two-part. Well, what else can we talk about?
Well, because we got to talk about what we did today.
Yeah,
Stockton Con, and then all about SAC. SAC Academy. That was its whole little adventure within itself.
Okay.
Because then we also did the food fair thing.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. Yeah. So it is for sure going to be a 3-parter.
And then also the preparations you made for the costume. Like I said, it was hilarious. You would have swore we whacked a cat.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, you're right. Okay. So it's going to be a trilogy of what else? But all right. So that's our first part. Thank you guys so much for watching part uno of the storm. What's it called with the calm before the storm? This is the storm. We're explaining it. It's part 1. It is your host, Ice Packalicious. You can follow me on Instagram at Ice Packalicious or this YouTube's IG, Instagram at the official Newbies IG, and it is your co-host, Fantastic Lance. Thank you so much for helping me out. We're gonna try to bang out this trilogy, if not for sure, as soon as we can. But this will probably be released weekly, But again, thank you guys for watching. Have a beautiful day. Have a great day. Have a lit day for the Fire Lord Ozark.
Yes.
Bye.
Give that slap fire a try.